What's up, and welcome to Unspoken Conversations. I'm James Crow, and here we talk about issues and situations that are in plain sight. Things that people hate to talk about, but it needs to be said, from relationships, families, friends, and life. Our goal is to shed light and understanding so that just maybe we can start to rebuild relationships, families, and ultimately, our communities. What's up, guys? And in this episode, I want to talk about at what point is it okay for a woman to be dating a guy who was previously incarcerated? At what point is that okay? You ever think about it? Some of y'all in these relationships already, and you ain't thought about it before you got into the relationship. Some of y'all started seeing this man when he was locked up and didn't know nothing about this dude on the outside world. That is your shit, not mine. I wouldn't do that shit. But here's my thing. When you get a job, any job, there's a probationary period, right? You got X amount of days before they bring you on and they really know that, you know, you're a valued customer or a valued employee. There's some people it's 60 days, some people it's 90 days, right? If that's the case, why the fuck wouldn't you treat your relationship the same way? If that's the case. You know, when you buy a new car, there's a break-in period, right? In most cases, most cars has already been broken in. But even then, if you buy a brand new car, you ain't supposed to just jump in that mug and treat it like you stole it day one. Day one, this is brand new. It ain't even got 100 miles on it yet. It should be a break-in period. Treat the car at least like you got some sense. And then when you break it in after a good, 500 miles, 1,000 miles, put your foot in it, right? So back to the scenario. It's some women starting to date guys fresh out of prison. Fresh out of prison. If this guy has done a year, he's got some shit that he's got to flush. He's got some things he's got to come out here to that for the last year. He's got a different way of living. This dude's been caged up. So for a year, he's got to readjust. He's got to get back into he's got to put boots back on the ground. He's got to get back into this thing. His way of thinking ain't the way that it should be. He has to adjust. He's had to deal with hardened men around him at all times. He's had to deal with somebody telling him what to do like he was an animal, like he was a pet for the last 365 days. That's just 1 year. Let's say it was 5. Let's say it was 15. 15 years. And you want to date this man. He just got out of jail 2 weeks ago, last month. And you want to date this guy. What kind of things do you think about? What are the standards? What are the minimum standards that this person has to have before you say, he's worthy? What are the minimum standards? Do you not have no standards? Some of y'all dating dudes has been locked up for years, and these motherfuckers is in the fort. And y'all dating this dude. Y'all treating this dude like a whole husband. I ain't talking about somebody you was with when he went in. I'm talking about somebody you was with while he was in there, or you just met the dude when he got out and he ain't been out but just a few days. Whether that be 2 days or 30 days or even 90 days, right? Even 90 days. That's a very short window. A very short window, right? Here's how I look at it. You don't know what this man's living conditions are like because you haven't seen him own a place or live in his own place. Why would you run the risk of him not knowing what it's like to hold down his own place? If he don't know how to hold down his own place, you expect him to hold down yours when he comes home? How can you expect this man to hold down a place when he's never had one to show you that what he's capable of? Why would you do that? So this guy comes home, right? You get into the relationship with this dude and you start finding out that he's been locked up for the last 10 years, 8 years, 5 years, 15 years. It don't matter. And you find out that he's been around nothing but dudes all this time. But then he comes home and then you wonder why this dude can't keep his peen in his pants. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? This dude been locked up all this time. You don't think he got some built up testosterone he's got to work out? This dude got some shit he got to iron out. You think that ain't going to happen? Yeah, you did that. You did that when you opened the door. You gave him the key. You gave him the key. You thought yours was the only one he was going to be interested in? No, this man got some catching up to do. He's got a lot of catching up. 15 years? He got a lot of catching up to do. A lot. And most likely, if he's been in there for 15 years, his mentality is still in the same place where he went in at. So if he went in at 15 and he come out at 30, he's still low-key got a 15-year-old mentality. Some things have changed as far as some of the ways that he thinks, but he don't know what it's like to own a place. He don't know what it's like to rent. He don't know what it's like to pay a landlord, to stay on top of his bills. If he went in at 15, there's no way he knows all this shit, right? If he went in at 30 and he didn't have his shit together at 30 and he's been in there for 15 years, this motherfucker come out 45 years old, you think this dude remembers what to do? No. He's got some shit going on and he ain't got it figured out. And y'all will get into these relationships with these dudes too early, not knowing these motherfuckers don't know shit. They don't know shit. I am not saying they don't know shit. What I'm saying is you get into the relationships not knowing what he knows. Not knowing what he knows. At least give the dude a probationary period. Let this dude show you that he's capable of getting his own place and letting him pay his own rent. Even if he's got to break the contract so y'all can move in together and y'all help get that shit taken care of. And then y'all move in together. At least let him show you that he's capable of paying his own rent. At least let this dude show you that he's capable of buying himself a car. Some of you motherfuckers is buying the dude a car. What in the fuck? No, let the dude get a job. If you want to put a little bit of money with him, if he works up and he saves up a band, let's just say he save up $1,000, right? And you got $1,000 you want to put back with him. You want to put with him so he can get him a little $2,000 car. All right, I understand that. I understand that. You working with the dude so y'all can have something and y'all can move forward and get it cracking. I understand that, right? I get it. But what if you put $1,000 with him and he put his $1,000 with it and the dude treats the car like it's a scooter? Just treat it like it's trash. What'd you just do with your money? All because you don't know what the dude is like with a vehicle. You don't know what he's like with a vehicle. How do you know? That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. I would say let this dude live a life to see all the things, you know what I'm saying? You can rock with him. You can help him with shit. Just keep it slow. Keep it slow. Move slow. Let this man show you his ways of actually turning up for him. And his ways of turning up for him is going to show you ways that he will turn up for you. But you have to let him perform. He has to perform. This dude has to be able to put forth the effort in doing his shit, taking care of his business. He has to. Otherwise, you run the risk of being his mommy. And then y'all want to talk all this shit about these dudes. I can't stand men. Men just want to take advantage of women. No, you've been fucking with dudes who want to take advantage of women, and then you think that's all men. No, that's some fuck-ass dudes you've been dealing with. That's who that is. It ain't all men. All men don't rock like that. I don't know, man. I don't understand the mentality of some of these women who get with these dudes who ain't got shit going on, and y'all think that everybody needs a chance. You know, my sister, she had an issue with bringing in stray dogs. You know what I mean? I call them stray dogs because these dudes didn't have shit. They were broken. They was missing pieces and just shit. Their life was fucked up. And she'd let them in and she'd do all she can to take care of these fucking puppies. And when these puppies grow up to be broken men, what do you think was going to happen? She mommied them. She mommied grown men. And these fucking guys are broken. You don't think they're going to be broken as adults if they're broken as kids? It's just not very smart. It's not smart. And some of y'all need to think about that shit. Stop letting men into your life who ain't showed that they're capable of being the man that you need them to be before you fucking get with them. You can talk to them, but don't take it up a notch. Don't turn it into something too soon. Don't get into bed with the motherfucker until you can see that he's capable of showing you that he's worthy of being the man that you need him to fucking be. And if you do it any other way, and he fails to prove that he's the man that you need him to be, and you don't already gave him some poom poom, you don't already slept with the dude, you don't already gave him key to your crib, you don't already gave him access to your car and your bank account, access to your kids and your mom and your dad and your family, you don't already gave this dude all this access, and now you want to cut him loose? You about a goofy motherfucker. You about goofy as hell.
What's the matter with you?
You really need to think about that, for real. You know? Y'all ain't putting enough time in it. Y'all ain't putting enough time in thinking into this shit. You're not. There's no way a woman should be dealing with a dude fresh out of prison who has not proved that he's capable of getting his shit together, staying on top of his shit, and proving that he's worthy of being the man that she needs him to be. At least a low level of being the man that she needs him to be. He ain't got to be the big millionaire, but at least show me that you can keep your bills paid. If a man can show you that he can keep his bills paid, then you'll know he'll take care of house and home when he's with you. Don't make the mistake, ladies, of getting into a relationship with a dude too early without knowing anything about this fucking dude. Y'all need to stop doing that shit. That shit is goofy as hell. I mean,
you're gonna learn today.
You'll get it together one day. You'll learn one day. When you get sick of dealing with these dudes and you wonder why, men are like this. I'd rather be by myself. I just can't deal with a dude. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. You done played yourself so long that now you're just a sad story, you know? But you did it to yourself. Can't be mad at nobody for fucking up your own shit. If that's what it is, blame yourself. Own up to it. You know what I'm saying? Take accountability for your own actions. You've been played because you've been put in a position to be played, and you didn't stop it. Till next time, have a good night.
They are so full of the cap, man. I can't take it, need to break it. If they ain't got it, you know.